today on Gamespot TV. We get up and dance. Ooh La La has kicked up a storm in Japan and will soon be dancing her way into the hearts of gamers everywhere. We talk to the creative mind behind Space Channel 5 about life, the Marolians, and everything. And we review Pokemon Stadium. The combatants are in the field, but have we just had enough of Pikachu and pals? Plus, we go off-roading with some rather amusing cheats for Colin McRae Rally. Stick around. It's game time. Hello and welcome to Gamespot TV. I'm Adam Sessler. Now, gamers in Japan are grooving to a whole host of music and dance-oriented games, and one which is definitely standing out is Space Channel 5 for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, we were able to talk with the game's creator, Tetsuya Mizuguchi, to find out just how this original game came about. With so many darkly violent video games filling our consoles, it's refreshing to see a game like Space Channel 5 on the horizon. It's full of retro pop images, creating a colorful gameplay environment. Sega game designer Tetsuya Mizuguchi created this future retro title with a clear vision of its look and play.
I wanted to put some kind of message, happy feeling. It's kind of like cheerful emotion or something. And that's why, I created Space Channel 5.
This emotion is evident in the game design as well as the gameplay. The graphics have a future retro look to them, and you can get everybody dancing, so it starts to look like something from Austin Powers. During gameplay, your job is to make your character, Ooh La La, rhythmically follow the moves of the evil alien dancers as they call out choreography like a fast-paced Simon Says. Once you mimic the dance successfully by punching in the right key combination on your controller, the colorful little critters disappear. Your fellow humans are then set free to join you and become your backup dancers. And I've always wanted my own set of backup dancers. The design team decided to go with a mix of hand-drawn and motion-captured animations to create the smoothest possible moves for Ooh La La.
We had so many stages of Ooh La La's creation. So the first time she wear a helmet like that, and it's not so sexy. Finally, she looks like sexy and cute and has confidence. Game character is very difficult to create because it's not a movie. You play, so we paid much attention to create the Ooh La La.
What they ended up with is a dancing heroine who's bound to show up again like a few other virtual feminine icons we all know. But there's more to Space Channel 5 than just hip characters and graphics.
If graphics and the sounds gorgeous, getting gorgeous, but the gameplay the same, I think it's boring. We have to think about that as creators. What is entertainment?
For those of you who like a fast-paced shooter, fear not. Once you've outdanced the Marolian aliens, you can blast them with your laser gun, but in strict rhythm, of course. Space Channel 5 has a unique look and gameplay that takes music and dance-based games like Parappa the Rapper and Busta Groove to the next level. The tunes and light attitude give it a universal appeal that can't be denied.
People really love, always dancing and singing. I hope this game, will be getting popular in this country and, any country in the world.
Space Channel 5.
Now, it's interesting to note that Mizuguchi also designed Sega Rally and Sega Rally 2, just a wee bit different from the dancing rhythms of Ooh La La. Now, also note that Space Channel 5 will be available for your Dreamcast in June. But now, it's time for the game news.
Don't try to predict me, man.
If you're wondering what it's like to be a bartender in New York, you can now live the experience with Last Call, the game recently released by Simon & Schuster. Players learn how to mix up more than 100 drinks in the setting of a busy Manhattan bar. The object of the game is to interact with patrons in the hope of earning as many tips as possible before closing time. It should be noted that even though the legal drinking age in the United States is 21, you can purchase the game if you're over 17.
I'm back.
For more news from the gaming world, come to the GameSpot website. And if you want to catch more of that Space Channel 5 happy vibe, dance on down to the Gamespot TV website. There you can see our entire Spotlight feature in streaming video, as well as the complete interview with Tetsuya Mizuguchi, and enough gameplay footage to keep you dancing all day long. Coming up on Gamespot TV, we run down the hottest PC demos that you can lay your hands on. And Gabe Logan and Leanne Zing are back with a new mission. If you're a fan of Siphon Filter, stick around for our review of Part 2. Welcome back. Now, one of the benefits of being a PC gamer is downloadable demos. They offer you a chance, without any charge, to have a sneak peek at a game that you're very excited about, or an opportunity to check out a game that you're not certain is worth your hard-earned cash. And we, gracious people that we are at Gamespot TV, have put together a look at some new demos available to you. Evolva is a squad-based shooter designed by Computer Artworks, a London-based company who have never designed a game before, but do have computer graphics experience in designing special effects. One of the best reasons to check out this demo is for the wild design of its overly organic alien environment. Even though it is an action game, expect to stop shooting to better inspect the novel permutations of reptilian and insect life forms. This game is set to ship in May, and it's a great taste to whet your appetite. We previewed Metal Fatigue on the show, and the playable demo further demonstrates this game's promise. This 3D real-time strategy game places you as a member of a corporate nation, mining a planet of its energy resources and defending yourself from other corporate governments. The catch of the game is in the giant combots, which you must assemble and then use in combat against the enemy. The demo allows you this opportunity to put your metal behemoth in action. While only a demo, it's not perfect yet, but it's a welcome look at a potentially innovative real-time strategy game set to arrive in the spring. Roll Cage Stage 2 is the follow-up to the original and rather well-received Roll Cage for the PlayStation and the PC. It's an arcade racer where the cars have the ability to leave the road and climb up the walls. This is in addition to a host of weapons you can use to help ensure yourself a victory. The demo is a small look at the game, but it's definitely a fun and inventive driving diversion for those that are finally tired of the Midtown Madness download. Half-Life Opposing Force has already been released and received a positive review from us, so why check out the demo? Well, it is possible that some of you out there haven't played one of the best PC games, period. That's Half-Life. While developed by another company, Opposing Force unquestionably captures the thrill of playing Half-Life, and it's a harmless way to experience what everyone else is babbling about. Also, if you're put off by mission packs or feel uncertain of Gearbox's handling of the Half-Life license, you can get a sense of what you've been missing. Now, all those demos we just showed you are available at the Gamespot TV website. Just check the front page. Now, last year saw the release of Siphon Filter. The game had some similarities to Metal Gear Solid, but was much more action-oriented. It was a very successful game, and has now spawned a sequel in short order. And it's with the curse of the sequel in mind that we check out the review.
Down the hard way.
Siphon Filter 2 brings us back into the action-filled world of Gabe Logan and his assistant, Leanne Zing. It brings us so back into that world that if you haven't played the first game all the way through, you might be a wee bit confused.
What do we do then?
Simply put, both heroes have been sold out by the mysterious agency, and the Siphon Filter virus is making Leanne a wee bit ill. The story is explained through extensive video between levels, enough video to put it on 2 discs, although the gameplay itself is actually quite short. The mission design of the game is rather bland. It alternates between lackluster action sequences and stealth missions. The stealth missions require you to go unnoticed by an enemy or else start the level over. These missions have an annoying trial and error feeling as you play them over and over.
We have a security breach.
The control in the game is largely the same as before, but Gabe can now walk. He also jumps automatically over gaps, which can prove to be a real hassle. Graphically, the game is unchanged from the first installment, which is to say it looks good, but the animation and textures are a little stale. The voice acting, though, is definitely inferior.
Damn it.
If you were a fan of the original Siphon Filter, number 2 is worth checking out, but it does suffer from poor mission design and a convoluted story. If you missed the first game, pick that one up instead. It's much better and probably a lot cheaper. Videogames.com gives Siphon Filter 2 a 6.6 out of 10. Now, the original Siphon Filter is selling in most places for about $20, and if you haven't checked out that game, I do highly recommend it. Now, Colin McRae Rally is a game that isn't exactly for everyone, but if you do have a copy of the game, these next cheats would spice up anyone's gaming experience. Colin McRae Rally is a racer that gives the gamer a change of pace from the asphalt-based Gran Turismos and Ridge Racers. To get more life out of this off-road challenge, use the following cheats. If you want to race rally or time trial modes in a wobbly green jelly car, enter Blancmange as your name. If you care for a look that's more like Back to the Future, enter Hovercraft in rally or time trial, and you'll get a floating car. If you want something practical, enter Open Roads, and you'll be able to unlock all of the tracks. If you want to race in the dark, enter the name Nightrider. You'll even find that some of the blocked-off roads are now open. If you want more cheats, tips, or hints for Colin McRae Rally or Siphon Filter 2, come on down to the Gamespot TV website and check out the Game Help section. And make sure you take a chance and download some of the demos featured on our show. You don't have to dig any deeper than the front page of the website. Coming up on Gamespot TV, we have more of Pikachu and Pal. The anticipated Pokemon Stadium has been released, and we've had a look. Game Boy Pokemon fans may rejoice, but we wonder if the craze is on the wane. And we land in the green in our review of Hot Shots Golf 2. Welcome back. Now, once upon a time, golfing games didn't really inspire most gamers to rush out and forgo their quality time with Mario or Sonic. Now, things have changed in large part due to games like Hot Shots Golf and Mario Golf. They were designed with a broader audience in mind. And now, Hot Shots Golf 2 has been released, and it seems that the audience can keep on cheering. With Hot Shots Golf, the gaming world finally had a golf game that both sim fans and arcade fans could appreciate. Now the sequel is out, and Hot Shots 2 boasts a whole new array of changes and add-ons that improve on an already excellent title. Hot Shots Golf 2 stands out in its realistic gameplay. The lie and spin on your ball, as well as the wind direction, are taken into account with every shot. Easy camera switching gives you an advantage when planning your shot. When you're ready to hit, the tried and true power accuracy meter comes into play. Here you can set the ball's spin, providing advanced gamers the option to hit around obstacles or make the ball stop on a dime. When you're near the green, the game places you in approach mode, allowing for an accurate short game. Graphically speaking, there's a noticeable improvement in Hot Shots Golf 2. Developer Claphands Limited has virtually eliminated both slowdown and polygonal breakup. The camera work is more dynamic, and the characters have been more distinctly designed. Players will most likely enjoy playing with friends rather than the computer, which displays an inconsistent AI, submitting triple bogeys and eagles on the same scorecard. In the end, Hot Shots Golf 2 is no quantum leap from the original, but it is an exemplary sequel. Sensible revisions are evident, while the formula remains intact, further providing a place for arcade-style golfing. VideoGames.com gives Hot Shots Golf 2 an 8.0 out of 10. Now, even if the game of golf isn't your cup of tea, you still want to check out this series. It is a lot of fun. Now, if you're turned off by Pokemon, this next game is not worth investigating. This is the long-awaited Pokemon Stadium, bringing the Game Boy experience to the N64. And love 'em or hate 'em, here's the review.
Let's get underway with Pokemon Tournament Fatigue Time.
The big hook for Pokemon Stadium is the Game Boy Transfer Pack, which fits into your controller and has a slot for Game Boy cartridges. The interface then lets you take Pokemon from the red, blue, or yellow versions and place them and their stats onto the N64. Having done that, you can place them into one of 4 tournaments, where you are put against 8 trainers, all of whom possess Pokemon League badges. Simply put, if you come out on top, you move ahead. If you lose, you use a continue. Also, there is the option for multiplayer play as well.
Rage is unleashed.
The turn-based fighting is handled just as on the Game Boy. Before a round, a combatant chooses their attack or chooses a different Pokemon. Each Pokemon and their attacks are given types, which helps determine their strengths and weaknesses, lending a rock, paper, scissors strategy to the affair.
What's the point of splashing?
The game also comes with mini-games that make the mini-games in Mario Party look very sophisticated, and primarily involve hitting the A button over and over until someone is declared the winner. The Pokemon do look great, although the fighting animation is a little drab. It would have been nice if the competitors would get a little bit more down and dirty with one another. The sound leaves a lot to be desired, and you may wonder why nothing from the television show was included. If you're fond of the Pokemon team you've built, Pokemon Stadium is worth owning. But given the wide variety of Pokemon activities already available, Pokemon Stadium doesn't have any new Pokemon activities to offer, like a larger storyline. VideoGames.com gives it a 5.7 out of 10. If that review has inspired you, then come on down to the Gamespot TV website and take our Poke Poll and vote for your favorite Pocket Monster. Or you can come to the Gamespot TV message boards and post up your real feelings on Pokemania. Coming up on Gamespot TV, Peter Parker Lives. Our favorite Web 1 will be climbing walls once again in Spiderman. The game won't be out until summer, but we have a look. And Die Hard fans looking for extra action, stay tuned. We have your cheats that will transform your enemies. Welcome back. Now, surprise success in the days of yore was Tenchu Stealth Assassins. This game cast you as a ninja in feudal Japan, committing all sorts of nastiness very quietly. And now the sequel, or prequel as it is in development. And here's an early look at the follow-up. Taking place 4 years earlier, Tenchu 2, Birth of the Assassins, is a prequel to the original Tenchu. As with the original, Tenchu 2 revolves around you sneaking through various environments, performing tasks for your master, and taking out anyone who gets in your way. The stealth element is what made the original Tenchu so appealing, and once again, it remains the focus of the sequel. This new game will also provide a new host of unpleasant tools of death, such as exploding arrows and blinding dust. This is in addition to new skills you need to master, like swimming and setting traps. The complaint that the first game was too easy to complete should be resolved with the 32 levels in the sequel, and the ability to design your own levels with a mission editor. Graphically, the game has improved, having better resolution and more detailed environments. Most important, though, is that the draw-in distance has been increased from 16 to 28 meters. Will this make the difference? We'll see when Tenchu 2 sneaks up on us this summer. Now, this next game also stars a character with well-honed skills, if not the stealthiest of designer garb. It's Spiderman, which is coming to the PlayStation and the N64, hopefully sometime this summer. And it looks like we don't have another Superman game on our hands. If your spider senses are tingling, it may be in anticipation of the Spider-Man game being developed by Neversoft for the PlayStation and N64. Due to be released in June of this year, the game utilizes the Tony Hawk Pro Skater engine of Neversoft fame. What you get is the web slinger fighting crime in the urban jungle. And like his comic book doppelganger, the game version of Spidey uses his webbing to swing freely from and around skyscrapers. The New York cityscapes have been rendered with a decent depth of field, and the buildings look tall and mighty. This makes for a delightful sense of vertigo when you're climbing up the side of one of them. Besides the obvious use of webbing as a means of transportation, Spider-Man also uses his web for such things as tying up the bad guys to better pummel them, and as shielding when the bad guys fire their guns at you. You can expect to have run-ins with many of the classic comic book anti-heroes, such as Dr. Octopus, the Scorpion, and the Lizard. Currently, Activision and Neversoft are looking into other villainous additions to add to the lineup. So then, how do they expect to deal with the issue of spider sense? DualShock, of course. Whenever danger is at hand, you can expect a rumble, so to speak. Overall, the Spider-Man game looks to be quite a marvel. You think of the Phantom Menace game, you know about the Curse of the Movie game tie-in. And such is the case of Die Hard Trilogy 2. The game still has some stuff to recommend it, and here are some cheats, if you have it, to help liven things up. Die Hard Trilogy 2 puts you once again in the shoes of Bruce Willis, a.k.a. John McClane. So if you need help defeating the bad guys, listen to these next cheat codes. If you want to give your enemies big heads, pause the game and hit R1, R1, L1, L1, triangle, triangle. And if you want to be a skeleton, pause the game and hit circle, square, triangle, triangle, square, circle. Now, if you have a cheat code you would like to share with us, or you just want to have that 15 seconds of fame, then send us a Vmail with your cheat, and if we use it on the show, we'll give you an ultra-snazzy Gamespot TV t-shirt. And if you have a cheat or an opinion about a game you would like to share, then come join us for one of our chat sessions. They're at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays Eastern Time, and I'll be there so we can hash it all out. So until next time, bye-bye.